Fans enjoying the Nashville night. 4-1 Sounds as we open up the sixth inning.
I think he fake proposed on the Jumbotron.
I thought he was saying, there's this guy, Tim Dillard.
No.
Okay.
He saw himself on the Jumbotron. He was pretending to get on the knee, and she was not a fan of that.
She is not a hashtag ballpark proposal girl. This one's outside to Tim Elko on the 78th pitch of the night for Bruce Zimmerman. He's retired 7 straight. A good outing on any night, an even better outing on a night where the Sounds do not have a lot ready in the bullpen behind him. Elko with a count of 1-1. We said it early, Zimmerman has gone 6 or more innings 7 times this year. And the Sounds need him to make it number 8. And he's well on his way. Elko comes up empty. There's that curveball. That was the death ball.
I mean, if he keeps throwing it like that, then it's rightly named.
Elko's fly to center and struck out. On 1-2. Swing and a miss. That was the splitter. And Zimmerman has given Charlotte the full arsenal right now. Strikeout number 7.
Second on the split. We've seen strikeouts on fastball, four-seam, sinker, curveball down. But I think he got him because of the arch on the curveball. He had to respect it, and then the splitter just there and gone again.
Andre Lipsius takes a strike. Lipsius was bailing out because the music inadvertently played. He's saying, well, wait a minute now. And Jonathan Parra says, I don't control the music. That's a strike.
Yeah. How's he supposed to chip with that going on, Doug?
That's a hang with him for Lipsius, and now it's 1-1.
Yeah, I've only seen that one other time. It happened live. It was 2004. Drew Anderson, who is a scout in the Brewers organization, was up to bat. He'll remember the story better than I. But the game was going on. They kept playing the music while our batters were trying to hit. And I think the situation was really tight.
Towards short, Dunn, and Delgado, who wants it done, got him for the second out. And they can high-five about it now. They get it done for out number 2.
Yeah, Lipsius not getting it out of the box. Thought it was a routiner. But no, so 2004, we're in South Bend, Indiana. We're playing the South Bend Silverhawks, which I think at the time was a A-ball of the White Sox. And Drew Anderson was going to bunt, and they played the music right when he was bunting. Just burnt, pops it up, catcher catches it. I think it was a double play because the guy was running. And an umpire who was there, who was a big league umpire. He was on, I don't even know what the word is. He was getting back to the big leagues, but he's a big league umpire. He comes down, calls time, called a do-over, which did not know you could do that, but apparently you can in A-ball. So we had a do-over. So the next pitch, Drew Anderson hits a triple down the right field line. We ended up winning that game.
South Bend was furious, I'm sure.
They were. We were not. We were very happy.
Yes.
But it had happened like 3 times during the game where they kept playing the music. They were doing it strategically, and the home plate umpire threw out the guy in charge of the music. So we learned a couple of things. There's a do-over, and also umpires have the power to throw anybody out of the ballpark.
3-0 on Blake Sable. 2 outs, bases empty in the 6th. Sounds lead Charlotte 4-1. And Zimmerman just shy of 90 pitches. And that one in for a strike. He's retired 9 in a row, trying to keep that string going. Come back from a 3-0 count. Sable has walked and grounded out. Sounds got their runs right away. Charlotte's only run came in the 3rd. And Sable gets ball 4. So that will break up the run of 9 straight retired by Zimmerman. Their last base runner was the RBI double by Lipsius back in the 3rd. And here's Jacob Amaya.
Well, I wonder if they get somebody going just in case. You don't want anything to spiral out of control when a guy's throwing a gem, which he is. I really enjoy watching Zimmerman work the bottom of the zone. I think last time out when he was giving up the extra base hits to righties, most of those pitches were middle or even up, very reachable, and now he has accessed the bottom of the zone. And these Charlotte hitters have not had a remedy for it.
Jacob Amaya Takes ball one. This is the Zimmerman the Sounds have had so often this year. And we mentioned it earlier, he was looking for a bounce back. He got beat here on Saturday by Louisville. That was his first outing in a couple of weeks. The Sounds had been in Durham 2 weeks ago, and Zimmerman got scratched from a start. Sounds didn't think it was a big deal. It was a lower body issue. They just wanted Zimmerman to make sure he was fine for what became the outing this past weekend. That one's in there on Amaya. And then he gave up 7 runs in 3 innings on Saturday and threw 75 pitches. Just didn't quite look as comfortable, nearly as comfortable as the way he has looked tonight. And this is the Zimmerman that's been a standout Sound starter this year. Amaya just gets a piece. And the Sounds are getting the bullpen going. As Zimmerman is now north of 90 pitches. Craig Yoho is getting ready. Two strikes on Amaya. Sable at first. There goes the runner. It's up high. Throw to second by Carroll. Tag and got him.
Wow.
And the inning is over. Jefferson Carroll picks up his pitcher. And it's 6 innings of 1-run ball for Bruce Zimmerman. Blake Sable nabbed at second. And the Sounds maintain a 3-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th in Nashville. Back with you at First Horizon Park in Nashville. Jeff Hem, former Sound and Brewers pitcher Tim Dillard, and our great crew here with you on FanDuel Sports Network. We welcome all of you in Brewers country across Wisconsin. Enjoying some AAA ball on this Thursday night. Brewers finished their series earlier today against the Diamondbacks, and the Sounds leading Charlotte here in Nashville 4-1. Trying to snap a 4-game skid, which was preceded by a 4-game winning streak. So the Sounds looking to get back above 500 on the homestand and clinch a winning season series here against Charlotte. Oliver Dunn with a count of 1-1. And Kyle Tyler is the new pitcher for Charlotte. So they had Owen White on White Sox rehab in the 5th. He faced the minimum. And now Kyle Tyler gets the 6th. 1-2 on Dunn.
Tyler started the season in the Phillies organization, found himself with the Baltimore Orioles, and then now he's with the Chicago White Sox here in AAA. Kind of a journeyman.
Dunn with a hard shot to first and a leaping catch by Elko. And Dunn has had a frustrating night. Remember, he tried to bunt his way on in the 3rd. He had the controversial hit by pitch or no hit by pitch in the 1st inning, which resulted in a strikeout. And now he barrels one, but Elko jumps up to pull it in.
Feels like that way sometimes, huh? You finally get a good swing off, and you're like, really? You got to be standing right there?
Here's Jared Oliva. 0 for 1 with a walk and takes one up and in on a cutter from Tyler. The night likely over for Bruce Zimmerman. The Sounds had Craig Yoho warming up already in the top of the inning. And Zimmerman's at 93 pitches. But, man, mission accomplished for him individually and for the greater good of the team with the bullpen situation. This was exactly what the Sounds needed tonight.
Yeah, and selfishly, I'd like to see him back out there. I mean, how many times does a guy get to pitch into the 7th inning, have a chance to finish the 7th inning? He's definitely earned the chance to go back out, but once you get a guy loose in the bullpen, you don't really want to sit him down and wait another inning.
Oliva checks, and it's 3-1. Oliva got a 3-run inning started for the Sounds back in the 2nd. On 3-1, he looks at a slider strike. Pitcher's pitch there by Tyler to get it full. Seventh outing for Tyler with the Knights. And this one in the dirt, and Oliva is headed to first. Well, we've seen Oliva swipe second and third tonight. You know Kyle Tyler is going to pay some close attention here to Jared Oliva. And Reynel Delgado will try to take advantage at the plate.
I've been real impressed with Jared Oliva's at-bats tonight. Even in a good hitter's count, he's willing to be patient and not just get himself out. Finds himself on base again with a chance for another stolen base.
Delgado in the air to left, shallow. Hogan in, won't get there. And Oliva got a good read. He's already standing on second base. And life is good these days for Reynel Delgado. He's hit a ton of balls hard in the last few weeks. He's been one of the hottest hitting Sounds. And this one, a parachute single.
Yeah, a little lollipop into left. And if you're Oliver Dunn, you're like, just absolutely demolish a ball to first base for an out. And this guy walks up, first pitch, ambush. This is a cutter up and in and just kind of stoink out the left. You can see the deke there by Matt Hogan. That's almost a clear sign he was not going to get the ball. That's what outfielders do. They throw their glove up thinking, yeah, I'm going to catch it. But runners know that.
Ethan Murray now with a couple of guys on. Takes one low. Murray an RBI double in the second, singled in the fourth. Sounds have had a lot of traffic from the bottom of the order tonight. Oliva's been on base twice, Delgado twice, Murray twice, and Martinez Jr., who's on deck, has driven in a run. Murray, and it's even at 1-1. And now Tyler steps off. So we told you the Brewers already played today. Charlotte's parent club, White Sox, are at home against the Yankees, trailing 6-4 in the seventh inning. There go the runners, and it's in the air by Murray out to right. The runners are going to have to back up. Fletcher way back to the track makes the catch, and Oliva running wind sprints out there will now tag up and go to third. He was running, he went back, he tags up. Delgado stays at first, and the Sounds have him on the corners with two down.
Looked like a fitness test, a shuttle run, back and forth, back and forth. Does make it to third, though, first and third. And how about that ball by Murray? That was a slider up in the zone that, man, was a loud crack of the bat. Thought it was going to get further on, but ended up dying out there in the depths of right center field.
So here's Ernesto Martinez Jr. Sounds trying to build on a 3-run lead. They've not scored since the second. Martinez Jr. takes low. In that White Sox-Yankees game, the White Sox Miguel Vargas had to come out with a left wrist issue. White Sox say he's going to undergo further testing tomorrow. We'll see if anything comes of it here for Charlotte on the weekend with potential movement. 1-1 on Martinez Jr.
Yeah, that's how it happens, right? Big league team, something happens in real time. There's a text sent to the trainer. Trainer's in the dugout, has his phone. He looks, he taps the manager on the shoulder. Things start happening, and then it catches the attention of everybody on the field, wondering what's going on.
Delgado dives back at first. And that's how quickly it can change, right? You were talking earlier about how at AAA you get these moments in a season like, what am I doing? Is anybody watching? And in the blink of an eye, you could be on a plane to the big leagues, whether you're thinking about it or not. 2-1.
I think that's where the magic comes in. You know, you show up to the field every day. Is this going to be the day? You know, what's going to happen in this game? And you can't force it to happen. You have to take care of business. And whatever it is, if you're the batter at the moment, if you're the runner, if you're in the field playing your position, whatever it may be.
Martinez Jr. into right center field for a base hit. Oliva scores, Delgado to third. And it's 5-1 Sounds on the second RBI single of the night for Ernesto Martinez Jr.
I mean, with 2 outs, everybody's running, but this was a curveball. Martinez Hits it kind of funny. Able to get it right by the glove of Lipsius. That's how the baseball is, right? You give up a scud missile, you got a first baseman jumping to catch it, and then you give up a squibber that second baseman can't quite get there.
Yeah, the 2 Sounds hits in this inning have been low exit velos. Now Stuart Baroa gets a bunt down, and it's fielded by Tyler, and they make the play to end the inning. Remember, Drew Avens, even though it wasn't ruled as a hit by pitch, took one on the hand earlier in the night. And now we see Baroa batting here in the 6th as a replacement for Avens. The Sounds get a run with a couple of hits, and they leave a pair. And they further cement their stronghold on this game. To the 7th we go. Craig Yoho is in. The Sounds make a pitching change. Brought to you by the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs. And they've got a 5-1 lead on Charlotte. We open up the 7th inning. Jacob Amaya was at the plate in the 6th when Blake Sable got caught stealing. So it's Amaya to get it started against Yoho. First pitch through the middle. And a sliding stop by Murray. On 2 hops, not in time to first. Another great play by Murray. He's been everywhere at second base tonight for the Sounds. Amaya legs out the base hit. Infield single to start the 7th against Craig Yoho.
Yeah, great job keeping the ball in the infield. I think he wanted to do the long hop. I think he started a little too soon, about halfway in the second base position. Ball not hit very hard, but it's in the right spot. And Amaya was sniffing that hit.
So here's Drew Baker. Stuart Baroa, after pinch hitting there in the 6th for Drew Avens, remains in the game in center field. 1-0 by Yoho, and he evens the count. Craig Yoho, a few different stints with the Brewers this year, one of the top pitching prospects in the organization, and a sub-1 ERA at AAA. 4 earned runs in 42 1/3.
That's incredible.
Gets a swing and a miss on a cutter. Has not flashed the Yoho yo-yo changeup just yet, but every batter who faces him knows it's coming. It's just a matter of when and how often. There it is, and it's fouled away. 76-mile-per-hour changeup.
I think something flew off that bat, too, or maybe a thumb guard or something like that.
Swing and a foul tip. He got him. Doubled up on the changeup, and Drew Baker's gone. And what a night by Bruce Zimmerman. 6 innings of 1-run ball, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And hey, I know that guy. If you're going to be in the booth with us, we've got to make sure the folks in Milwaukee watching on FanDuel Sports Network remember that you are immortalized here at First Horizon Park.
No,
Number
I remind
17 has been retired.
Yeah.
You remind
I
them.
remind them daily of the accolades. Yeah, on the wall, number 17 jersey. That's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Well, when you're in the house, man, we got to make sure people know that you go way back with this organization, a Brewer and a Sounds through and through. That was a fun day a couple years ago when your number was retired. Even though you would pitch an inning tonight if Rick Sweet texted you right now. That's okay. We respect it. We know it's heartfelt.
I would leave you here by yourself in a heartbeat. If I had I would use somebody else's glove. That's how badly I would want to be out there. No, this game is incredibly tough. Everything these guys do is bent towards performing every single day. It's such a hard game to play physically, mentally, and you don't get something retired on the wall by anything that you do personally. It's the village that comes with you, and my village was very big.
Mario Camilletti draws a walk. Matt Hogan coming up now, 2 on, 1 away. Sounds lead 5-1 in the 7th inning. All-time Sounds leader in wins, And innings pitched and strikeouts. Mr. Tim Dillard. Strike on Hogan.
Hit batters. Home runs allowed.
See, I wasn't going to mention that.
There's probably some more in there.
You're killing the resume build
Yeah.
here. The 0-1. And it's swung on and missed. But no, I mean, Rick Sweet talks about it just last week. He moved into third all-time in minor league managerial wins.
Yeah.
Longevity, man. People's best ability sometimes is availability. You were in this game a long time. I know you're proud of it. You're as self-deprecating as anybody. But, man, to do what you did at any level, that is not something that just anybody can do. On a hop to second, Murray. There's one, and on to first, not in time. Amaya goes to third. They get Camilletti. Fielder's choice for Hogan. And with two down, here's Corey Jolks.
Yeah,
You always wanted the ball, man. And you alluded to it earlier. That was, I think you were telling the story about being in Iowa. That was 2019, right? When the Sounds were a Rangers affiliate, and
Yes.
you pitched seemingly every day and had great outings and were the Sounds MVP that year for the ability to just eat up innings in any situation on any day, and you showed your teammates, like, wow, this guy is intense about his work, and you had as much fun as anybody off the lines. But between the lines, man, you were scrubbing that dirt.
I need to go back and listen to some of your broadcasts to see what you were saying about me, because like when I'd get mad and kick the dirt,
I loved it. That was great.
You're probably like, who is this clown?
Into left for Jolks, and that's going to bring in a run. Hogan stops at second. And now it's 5-2. No, man, I lived that 2019 season. There were some rough moments for that Sounds team that year because they just got thin on arms, like we were talking about tonight. It happens to every AAA team, no matter what the parent club's doing, no matter what the AAA club record is. It comes for you at AAA. And whenever it happened that year, Jason Wood, who was the manager, and Brian Schaus, who was the pitching coach, they knew you would answer the call. That is incredibly valuable. You deserved to get back to the big leagues that year, and I know you were on the radar of doing it for the Rangers. Like it was noticed. You talk about guys being at AAA feeling like they're not being noticed. It was close, I think, that year.
It was the beard. It was the power of the beard.
No,
and it was a great season. We didn't win as much as we wanted, but I saw Howard Johnson, who was our hitting coach. I saw him the other day. What do we do? We just talked baseball. Zach Granite, who was my roommate on the road, center fielder, talked to him about a month ago and talked baseball. Talk about the season. Maybe it didn't go well with wins and losses, but we had more fun than anybody because we had the right group of guys. And I felt like we could have gone further on in the season, but the big league Rangers were taking everybody. Anybody that was doing good, oh, he's doing good, they're gone. They're going to the big league. So every season, that's kind of what you tackle when it comes to AAA, at the disposal of the big league team. That's what makes people like Yoho so impressive, to be able to keep these numbers going for a long period of time in AAA, because so many things don't go your way, like not getting a double play and things like that, or maybe it's a call. Still being able to maintain a season like that, it's remarkable.
Well, and Yoho is battling it right now. He's had two different 4-pitch walks in this inning, and now they're loaded. And just like that, Charlotte's got the go-ahead run at the plate. Sounds have had control of this game to this point, and Yoho's trying to keep it that way. Tim Elko, a dangerous hitter, stands in for Charlotte. And Yoho misses with ball one. Sounds lead 5-2. Next pitch. And there's a strike. He went to the fastball. Elko tonight is 0 for 3. Zimmerman struck him out twice. Swing and a miss. And Yoho with that changeup moves ahead 1-2, and now he's got a lot of options. And Elko will step out and think about it for a second. Sounds got a quality start from Bruce Zimmerman. Yoho working in the 7th. And he ends the inning. Elko strikes out, and Yoho again goes with back-to-back changeups. 76 miles an hour to get the whiff. And the Knights get one, but they also leave three. Time to stretch in Nashville. Sounds take a 5-2 lead to the bottom of the seventh.